Stop scrolling for a second, because what happened that morning between a Navy Admiral and a single dad veteran is something you'll never forget. And if you're watching this right now, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, because stories like these, they remind us what real courage, real humility, and real character look like. The rain had just stopped when Jack Rowan walked into the naval base for the first time in 12 years. His uniform was gone, medals tucked away in a box he rarely opened, and the only thing he carried now was a worn-out backpack and the quiet determination of a man who had survived too much, seen too much, and sacrificed more than he would ever admit. He wasn't here to reclaim glory. He wasn't here to fight. He was only here for his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, who clung to his hand like he was the only anchor she had left in the world. Jack's late wife, Emily, had been a Navy nurse. The base felt like a ghost of her. Her laugh echoed in the halls, her smile seemed to appear in every medical wing window. Lily had been selected for a special youth medical familiarity program, something Emily had always dreamed her daughter might enjoy. Jack only came to drop her off and leave quietly. But nothing with Jack was ever quiet. The moment he entered the main lobby, an officer blocked him. "You," he said roughly. "Stay right there." Jack paused. "Is something wrong?" Before the officer could respond, a group of sailors straightened as a woman in crisp white uniform strode across the hall. Her presence was sharp, commanding, and unmistakable. Admiral Sarah Whitmore, one of the highest-ranking and most feared admirals in the region. Her eyes locked on Jack immediately. "You," she said, pointing at him like she already knew him, or disliked him. "What are you doing on my base?" Jack blinked. "Dropping my daughter off for. You're not needed here." Her voice cut through him like a blade. "Former service members are not authorized to wander the base without escort. Especially you." Something in her tone wasn't just authority. It was personal, hostile, almost wounded. Lily squeezed his hand. "Daddy, did you do something wrong?" "No," he whispered. But the Admiral stepped closer, her eyes never leaving him. "Jack Rowan, former rescue diver, discharged 12 years ago after the Pacific incident." She practically spat the word incident. "I know exactly who you are." Jack swallowed. Everyone had heard rumors about that mission, but only the survivors knew the truth, and Jack didn't talk about it. "Not ever." The Admiral folded her arms. "You abandoned your team, and you think you can walk onto my base like it never happened." Jack felt those words like they were physical blows. He opened his mouth to speak, but Lily beat him to it. "My daddy didn't abandon anyone," she shouted, her voice breaking. "He saved people. He saved a lot of people." Every sailor around them stopped. The Admiral's jaw tightened, but she didn't look away. A child defending her father doesn't change what's on file. Jack didn't defend himself. He never had. The accusations people believed were easier to accept than the truth he lived with. But what the Admiral didn't know, was that she had just reopened the only wound Jack had never healed. He knelt beside Lily. "It's okay, sweetheart. Go with the instructor. I'll be outside when you're done." Lily left reluctantly, looking back every few seconds, tears brimming in her eyes. When she was gone, Jack stood up, meeting the Admiral's stare head-on. "You want to test me?" he said quietly. "Fine. I don't test people," she replied. "I reveal them." "Oh, you'll reveal something," Jack said softly. "But it won't be what you think." The Admiral raised an eyebrow. "You're awfully confident for someone who—" The sirens cut her off. A voice boomed over the intercom. Code red. Medical emergency. Training pool. Possible drowning. Every sailor in the lobby froze. Every sailor except Jack. He was already running. The Admiral followed behind him, shouting commands, but Jack's legs carried him faster than he had moved in years. The training pool was across the facility, yet Jack reached it in seconds. When he burst through the doors, he saw the chaos, sailors crowding, instructors yelling, a boy floating motionless in the water. Jack dove in without hesitation. His body remembered the cold. It remembered the pressure. It remembered the darkness of the mission that had ended his career. But it also remembered how to save. He reached the boy, lifted him, brought him to the edge, and immediately began CPR. Every second felt like a lifetime. His breathing matched the rhythm he had performed hundreds of times. He heard nothing except the faint hope that the boy would fight his way back. And then, the boy gasped. A room full of sailors exhaled in disbelief. Jack stepped back, dripping, exhausted, trembling, not from fear, but from the flashbacks he could no longer push away. That's when he saw the Admiral standing there, her expression shattered. She walked toward him slowly, her voice barely audible. "The Pacific incident, the files, they said you froze." Jack laughed softly, bitterly. "I didn't freeze. I stayed behind to save the last 2 divers. It cost me my career. I never told anyone because the official report needed a scapegoat, and I let them choose me." The room went still. "You let them ruin your name," she whispered, eyes wide. "I lost my wife and my team in the same year, Admiral. A reputation didn't matter anymore. My daughter did." The Admiral's eyes softened for the first time. She looked at Jack not as a disgraced veteran, but as a man who had carried a mountain alone. She stepped closer. "Jack, I owe you an apology. A real one." Her voice shook. "And gratitude. If you hadn't been here today,